Hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? Thanks for tuning in. I don't usually stream on Saturdays, so I don't expect really much of an audience, if any, but it'll go on YouTube. Mirador says hello. Qwerty Ninja. Oh, what's up, Qwerty Ninja? I got it from the south. And it's Danny. Welcome, Danny. Good to see you. Qwerty Ninja in the house. Wow, my old bass player. Yeah, dude, I started streaming, I don't know, a couple months ago. Um, just for fun, just to help support the website, oldgamehermit.com. I've been streaming a lot of older games, a lot of Wizardry lately. The remake for the first Wizardry game came out I guess about a month ago now. And so I streamed that in its entirety. And then people were just so hungry for Wizardry stuff that I just kind of kept going with it. And now I'm playing Wizardry 6, Bane of the Cosmic Forge, all the way back from 91. And, people just love it, man. They love this old stuff. Everything gets uploaded to YouTube, and you get a lot of traffic there as well. Danny, Qwerty Ninja, and I go back a long ways. All the way back to, 95, I think? He was the bass player for my old band, the Antacid Project. Watched your remake series, and it was great. So I started watching. Well, thanks, Mirador. I appreciate that. I hope I'm saying your name right. Qwerty Ninja says, wow, I know you love the classics. So, cool story. Qwerty Ninja here is the guy who may have sold me my first computer. I don't remember. Did I buy my first PC from you, Ninja? I think maybe I did. I can't remember. If not, then I helped you upgrade your mom's. That's what it was. My mom bought a new computer back in 96, and she gave me her old one, and then Qwerty Ninja and I went and bought a bunch of upgrades for it, and I kept that until 97 when I built my own first PC, and I've been doing it ever since. That's where we get beautiful things like this. Look at that beautiful thing right there. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, yeah. So I'm full-fledged nerd now. With the neon RGB and all that stuff. There we go. Alright. So we're going to kick this in here. And I think perhaps we may even get out of the castle tonight, if I'm not mistaken. Let me fix that. You took it and ran with it. I just helped with the spark. That is true. That is true. Qwerty Ninja really got me into computing. He moved in with me. We went to high school together, and he moved in with me for a couple months. And when he did... Oh, come on. What's up here? Where is everything? Sorry, guys. When he did move in with me, of course, he brought his computer with him. And I remember that first night, he was like, do you want to see the internet? And I said, well, yeah. And that's kind of where that's as they say, the rest is history. I stayed up till probably 3 in the morning, just surfing the internet and reading about all of these bands and all of these things that, I had never, I loved musicians like Beck and Sonic Youth and things like that, but of course it was hard to find information about these guys back in the day, because if they weren't top 10, they weren't in magazines and things, not to the level that I was interested in them in, but you could go on the web even in the 90s and read everything you'd ever want to know about a musician, and I found all these rare Beck songs and everything that people were talking about, because you couldn't really stream music back then like you could now. I don't even know if MP3s were even a thing in 95, 90, or 96. I don't think I downloaded my first MP3 till 98. And I remember what it was. It was Song 2 by Blur. Oh man, slanging pies. Yep, we worked at Papa John's together. We sure did. I miss it. I would sling pies today if I could. So last time we played this game, we explored all of the jail and went through all of this up here. All of the cavern system, and we found the bell key, which is... Oh, is this not working? Sorry. We found the bell key, which is going to let us in, I'm pretty sure, to the belfry. There we go. For some reason, my setup here doesn't like the 2-window deal, and I always have to tweak it every time we stream. But we've got the auto map up in one corner here. Cordy Ninja says, oh man, someday you should do Ultima Underworld. So I did Ultima Underworld. I reviewed it for my site maybe a year or two ago. I don't think I want to stream it. I'm not going to play through it again because it's very challenging to get that to run properly on modern hardware. And even though it's doable to play, it wouldn't be very entertaining to watch. Mirador subscribed. Thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. You will get access to the one emoji that I've bothered to make, the one custom emoji, which there's not many, but I did take the time to make one, and there it is in the chat. Cordy Ninja says, oh yeah, I remember the graphics thing, it was weird. Yeah. So, it's not so much a graphics problem with Ultima Underworld now. There's performance issues, and there is a mod that lets you play it kind of like a modern game with a mouse and keyboard, and that helps tremendously. So we are going into the belfry. And I believe that's not it. Let's see, where is the belfry located? I always forget. I think it is... It's not this tower. I'm pretty sure it's not this tower. We'll go up it anyways, but I'm positive this is not it. And I was right. That's not it. It's weird. It's like midway through the level, perhaps. So I'm at ground level. Let's go down here. And we've not unlocked this. Do I have a key for this now? Let's see. Does the dungeon key unlock this? I think maybe it does not. I'm afraid I don't have any really cool stuff for subscribers. Like I said, I'm not doing this to make money like some do. But I certainly appreciate the gesture. All right, so let's see. How are we going to get through here? All of this is still locked. So yeah, we will go down to the floor level. Take the long way around. Bats in the belfry. Slowly I've losing myself in my spare time. Oh yeah, you'll see bats here in a minute. He says it's in turbo mode. I'm just that good. Ow. Oh, well, this is not the, okay, I have been in here. Okay, so this is not the way to the belfry either, but I see it right here on my auto map. So it is one space over. Let's see how we get there. Is it up here, perhaps? It might be. Trying to remember how to get there. Well, here's a door we've not been able to open. See if we have any unused candles, or any unused keys, rather. Dang, you don't even need graph paper anymore. So, I always liked mapping these games on graph paper, personally. But it is very difficult to do that and make it entertaining to watch. So yes, there is a mod for auto mapping. And I do that simply for the, the viewers, to make it a little more interesting to watch. Okay, let me think here. What are we doing? There it is. Is this it? Nope. Okay, getting to the belfry. It's not there either. Beat him up with your guitar. Kyler Bone. So yeah, like I told you earlier, I've got a new guitar on the brain. All right, so we've got a random encounter here with 4 rogues. Trevi's going to go ahead and fight the main group, I think is what we're going to do. Actually, no, let me back up. Let me have my melee attackers go for the one guy. Right here. Lulu will use the loot to put them to sleep. Sato will breathe on them, and Danny, who is in the chat right now, will magic missile this group of 4 at level 4. Let's see what happens. And I think it's going to work. Lovely. Lovely. We got a suede doublet that we really don't need, but we'll sell it. Alright, guys. How do we get to that tower? It's not one of the 4 towers, I remember that. Is it here? Yeah, this is it. This is it. This is it. No, this is not it. This is not it. This is the one we just went up. Hit him with that vocal blast. Yeah, so the bards in this game find various instruments. And they all cast spells, basically, is how it works. Come on, where are the stairs that I'm looking for? I'm on the ground level. Is it here? Nope. Maybe. What's up these stairs? This is it. Here we are. Okay. Keep the belfry closed. So we ascend the tower. We've been here before, so skipping the text. Oops. And this is the fun part. This is where you get to play Indiana Jones, right? Because there's a gap. A large blackened bell hangs silently within the top of the belfry. Covered with sooty molds and splotches of bat droppings, a long, thick rope descends from the bell down into the well and is used to ring it by holding on and jumping in. It also appears to be the only way across the well. So we are going to swing across the belfry, which of course rings the bell and notifies the bats. 2 vampire bats, 4 bats, and 2 bats. So we're going to focus the melee attackers on the 2 vampire bats. Lulu is going to put the 4 bats to sleep. Sato will breathe on the 4, and Danny will use that magic missile one more time at level 2 on the 2 bats. Oh, no need to apologize. The channel is not all ages for a reason. My regulars usually say much worse. Isn't that right, Danny? So Lulu, which is named after my dog, by the way, will try to put this vampire bat to sleep. Oh boy. Now QWERTY's over here quoting old obscure lyrics from our band. That's so obscure, I'm surprised you actually that even you know that one, because I made that song on my own. God, what a terrible song that is. Cordy Ninja says, I know everything. Yeah, I bet you haven't heard the country song that I wrote with Pete when he came and visited a while ago, based off his experience with his former roommate. All right, so before we go into the Belfry proper, we're going to rest up. Oh, and more bats. Come on, guys. And who's asleep? Danny's asleep. Kyler's asleep. Oh, everybody but Lulu is asleep. That's lovely. So, let's put the big group asleep. Any word on if they will be remaking any of the other Wizardry series? Mirador asks. So, they haven't come right out and said, but from what I have gathered after talking to the developers is, I feel like they have secured the rights to at least the first 3 games. I think it was part of a package deal. So I would not be surprised if we do. Their biggest concern, their biggest problem is Wizardry 2 and 3 required data from Wizardry 1. You couldn't, on the PC and on the Apple versions, you could not actually make new characters in Wizardry 2 or Wizardry 3. You had to import your save game from the first scenario. And the developers are a little torn on doing that. They feel like if they follow suit, it might mean, lost sales, which I understand, So they mentioned to me that they may have to kind of do it both ways, which if they're even giving me that much information, then I feel like, they can make those games if they want to. But it's difficult to know just what they have the rights to, because Wizardry 1 through 5 kind of were licensed together, at least the last time the property was in the U.S., and then it was bought by a Japanese company who was very protective of the first 5 games for whatever reason. So I don't know how that's all going to play out. Wizardry 4, for example, I think may still be in licensing hell, and the same with Wizardry 5. I really don't know. I'd like to think that they've secured everything. Time will tell, but I would not be surprised if we don't get Wizardry 2, Knight of Diamonds at some point. I feel like that's probably something that we might see, especially if Proving Grounds is successful in the way it sells, which I think it's done pretty good so far. QWERTY says, do you still play Baldur's Gate 3 at all? I've actually not even purchased Baldur's Gate 3 just yet. I have played the first 2 games in the series, and I've played Planescape as well. I'm actually about to play and review Icewind Dale, the first one, probably next month. So I will get around to Baldur's Gate 3. I'm just waiting for the price to come down a little bit. It's really, really expensive currently. So we've opened the Belfry door. We've got a chest here. Let's inspect it. Lulu will inspect it. So the way that the traps work in this game is it gives you a scrambled letter guess as to what the trap might be. Green means for sure these letters are in the trap name. So we know there's a G, we know there's an E, we know there's an I, and we know there's an S. G-E-I-S. G-E-I-S. I bet you it's Poison Dagger, because there's no S in Energy Drain. So Poison Dagger would have to be. I could not disarm it. Let's try it again. I disarmed the trap. Oh, I missed whatever it said. The game goes so fast. So we have a heavy rope. I'm going to give that to Kyler, because I think I know what to do with this. There's another part of the map that we uncovered last time we played with a giant hole, a giant pit, and no way across it. But now I've got a steel hook and the heavy rope. And I bet you we're going to merge the hook with the rope. Yep, rope and hook. Let's say. So I bet you this is our ticket across that pit. Can you combine them? Yes, you can. That's what we just did. I think you wrote that before I saw it. I wonder if I can take a shortcut down. Yes, you can. Cool deal. No, you can't. Okay. All right. Oh, we have bats and rats this time. So we are now going to make our way to that new area. Because I think we've seen just about everything we can see in the castle right now. Danny's going to rest. Deus Ex, Cordy Ninja says. So I played Deus Ex years ago on the site and reviewed it. That's one of those games that I tinkered with back in the day when it came out. I played it a little bit, but I never actually gave it a serious go and never finished it back when it was a new game. And so the goal with my website, of course, is I have this enormous backlog. And I play games from beginning to end before I review them. And when I played Deus Ex for the website, man, oh man, I was just floored with how good that game was. Like, I understand the hype behind it now. And we're actually getting to it. I play games by release date normally for my reviews, because my goal is to kind of chronicle the evolution of games, which sounds kind of weird, but I like it. It's my hobby. And we are to the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and original Xbox era. Right around the year 2000 is where we're at currently. Any plans to play the Bard's Tale Trilogy remake? So I played those a couple years ago, literally like maybe 2 years ago, on my site, and had an absolute blast. Those games were phenomenal. I don't think I'm going to stream them. I might, if enough people want me to. Where am I going? I don't want to go this way. I might stream them if there's a demand for it, for sure. But I'm going to tell you, the first game was really, really good. I liked it a lot. But the second and third Bard's Tale games were absolutely infuriating. It took every trick from Wizardry and amplified it, like, painstakingly. So, oh my god, those games were hard. I need to figure out how to unlock these. These annoy me. I just want to get through. I've been to the other side. They just impede my progress at this point. Any plan? Oh, let's see. Kind of defining game, but it's hard to place. Yeah, Birth of 3D Graphic Accelerator cards, indeed. I don't know if you've seen this, QWERTY Ninja, but they are actually releasing a remaster of the first 3 Tomb Raider games. The original ones, back from the 3D effects days, are being remastered and released. That is correct, the PS1 era games. Going down to the lowest level, into the new cave area. So right here on the auto map is our goal. That is where as the game described them, strange black women were seen, which I take are like Amazon warriors. And they leaped across the pit. You are standing at the edge of a wide chasm, which gapes before you as if it were a gigantic bottomless pit. So Kyler is holding a rope and hook. And it works. Heaving the hooked rope over the edge of the chasm, you succeed in snagging it onto a sizable boulder. Hanging on for dear life, you shimmy across. All I said about the new Tomb Raider remasters is that whoever makes it, they need to stay pointy. For the love of God, keep them pointy. I don't want rounded graphics. I want the old-fashioned Madonna will shoot your eye out. You hear some kind of strange sucking noise from somewhere nearby. It's a slurpy kind of sound. Oh boy. Something weird lies just ahead. It's just sitting there. It seems to be the source of the odd sucking noises. Cautiously approaching the oddity, I couldn't read it. Looks like it's hungry. Oh my word. A hydra plant. Cordy Ninja said it's the hookers, I'm telling you. So we got some harmless vines and a big hydra plant. Alright, so Lulu is going to use the harmonium on the hydra plant, which irritates it, makes it harder to hit us. Shadowcat will breathe on the... No, she's not. What is Shadow going to do? Yeah, let's breathe on the one vine. And Danny will fireball at level 3 the 2 vines. Man, I'd love to have this dude in my party. What dude is that? He micromanages up. Man, a hydro plant's ugly. Look at that thing. Unaffected by the harmonium. Ow. Ow. Oh boy, Danny's in bad shape. Punch that tentacle. Oh god, look, it killed her. Oh, word. Look at that. It's terrible. So this thing has multiple attacks. Probably every head has an attack, I guess. Shadow's about to fall asleep from loss of stamina. Alright, okay. Let's think this through. So, we're going to keep going at the hydro plant. I really needed Danny's magic here. But I think Claire has a cherry bomb, maybe? Let's see what that does. Lulu is going to try to put it to sleep. I don't think it's going to work. But Shadow will breathe on the vine. And then probably go to sleep. Because she's out of stamina. Cherry bomb. What's it do? 14 damage. I'll take it. We're tentacle punching. And the hydro plant is gone. Danny, you are dead, and I'm sorry. We'll bring you back, though. I promise. Let's just kill this jungle vine. And let's see what it was sucking. Uh-oh. Trevi's leveled up. We're going to put these points. Give sword 70. And let's put that scouting up to 15. And yeah. What spells do we have? Oh, charm is all we got. We'll take it. Alright, we're going to save the game before we do anything else. And who has some resurrection potions? I know we've got some. Who has them? It's Shadow in it. Who's asleep? Alright, we'll rest up. Try to wake Shadow up. Still asleep. Alright, Shadow's awake now. Who has... Is it in somebody's swag bag? Does Danny have it? Let's see. I bet Danny's got it. Nope. Somebody's holding on to this thing. Unless it's gone. God help us if it's gone. Could have sworn... Yeah, Amulet of Life. There it is. Alright, we'll remove the Amulet of Life. We're going to give it to Sato because we have a better chance of success. Let's add the Book of Ram to the swag, and we'll remove the amulet. That green parrot, what do we think that's for? Alright, so Danny's awake. Let's take a look at that. I'm curious about the green parrot. We found that on the body of the captain. Miscellaneous item. What happens if we use it? Can we equip it? Oh, you can equip it. Interesting. We'll do that later. Let's rest Danny up here. Heal wounds. There we go. Oh, we got some slimes. Can people die and be turned to ash like in Wizardry 1? So, I do believe perhaps that they can. That's a fantastic question. It's been a long time since I played this game, and I don't know that I've ever had anybody turn to ash, but we will check the instruction manual for the answer. Which I have right here, because I bought this game back in the day. Oh, we got dungeon... Wow, boy, what is this? Their things are coming out of the woodwork here. Let's see, I'm curious. Now you made me curious. Can they turn to ash? Health-related melodies on page 63. Afraid, asleep, death. A dead character is that dead. When a character dies, he... Oh. So I don't think there's ash in the Savant trilogy. But when a character dies, he loses a point of vitality instead. I always like the ash mechanic, though. It's kind of sad that they didn't keep it, in my opinion. So they could be going if they lose all vitality. That's a good question. Did you ever find the magic bean? The magic bean and I go back a long way. And you know, if I ever opened a coffee shop, that is what I would call it, just out of love for the old days of my youth. Magic Bean was a coffee shop that Cordy and I used to hang out at back in the day. One of my favorite places. In the whole world. I miss that place so much. So Poland staff is at a pretty high rate. Let's see what else. Let's give Claire some more Kirujutsu. There's some philosophy here. For their potential magic. Let's get blessed this time. Alright, so I'm going to save this game, and I'm going to actually search here. Because this is where the thing was sucking, right? The vorpal plant. Oh, no, nothing here. We'll rest up real fast. Cordy says, we wrote songs there. Yes, we did. I don't know if you remember this or not, but one day we went there, and Qwerty, your girlfriend, picked up one of the books from the bookshelf. It was called The Book of Sorrows, and it was a easy lift down. Interesting. It was called The Book of Sorrows, and it was that old-fashioned, like, fake leather middle school library binding kind of thing. And it had a picture of a red rooster on the front of it. And she showed it to me, and I picked. Oh boy, a shoot! Where did we go, and how do we get back? Anyways, the first page on that book, or the first chapter was called Something Unresolved, and that term always just kind of resonated with me, and I think I wanted to name the record that when we first made an album. The tunnel emerges out of the mountain and into the open expanse of a titanic gorge. A network of bridges spans over the deep gorge, and far across the sky you can see the jutting peak of a huge mountain poking up into the center of the great cavern. I wonder if this is Giant Mountain from the where the treasure is buried that we learned about earlier. Let's see what's over here. Nothing. Nothing. So we have left the castle, guys. I wonder if there's a way back, because there was still some unopened doors. Good Lord. Uh-oh, that's a new noise. A monstrous bat. The whole pick-a-page thing, man, that was always kind of the way we did it, wasn't it? Even when it came to naming the band back in the day, we said, we're going to turn on the radio, and the first thing we hear will be the name of the band. Boy, this monstrous bat doesn't play. So actually, the first thing we heard, me and Phil, we turned on the radio, and the very first thing we heard was a commercial for Tums. You remember Tum to Tum Tum? Remember that? And so we realized very quickly we couldn't name our band Tums, but we decided on Antacid, and that is where the name came from. I'm sure you knew that, right? The cure for hemorrhoids that you're talking about was actually, I think before you came along, we were auditioning another bass player, and he wanted to make a song that was so powerful it would cure hemorrhoids, he said. Yeah, that guy was strange. Alright, Monstrous Bat has been defeated. That guy sucked. Okay, boy, look at this. All these new places, all these new possibilities. And we have stairs down. Wizard's Cave. Trespassers not welcome. Well, where do you think I'm going to go? Right? I have a long hallway here. We have a gate, and I don't think I have any way to open this gate at this point. But I'm going to try every key that I own. An iron key's not going to cut it, I know that. Copper key, no way. Copper key is not going to work. Those are just basic keys for basic doors. Chrome key? Nope. And I know it's not the key of spades. So this is inaccessible to us at the moment. I don't see any switches on the walls. Oh, what's this? Looks like jellyfish, doesn't it? Two clouds. Cornelius says he threw his bass out his window and pissed on it. It's all on tape. Kyler got it on tape. That is true. That is true. It is all on tape. And you can listen to it right now on the internet. Go to SoundCloud and search for, let's see, for that song, you'll have to search for Bone Tone Records and listen to the Antacid Files. It's probably the second song on that album, I think, because it was an early track. Wow, magic missile did not affect these monsters. Loot, they are magic resistant. Okay, but they're susceptible to melee attacks, but they're slowing the party. QWERTY Ninja, that, you know who that was, don't you? That was Derek from Monkey Grass, that bass player. Really? You're going to dead end me? There's nothing here. Oh, I just said D. Yeah. Okay, so nothing we can do in the Wizard's Cave right now, sadly. Entering the mines. Protective helmets required at all times. Okay, so we've got a Wizard's Cave, we have some mines. And more of this. I just want to cover all my bases. I want to see what's over here. Probably nothing. But I just want to see, for my own satisfaction, more of these guys. Jelly clouds. Jelly clouds. I ran into him a while back. And Phil, about 10 years ago. Around 2011. Derek is a good dude. Phil, last I heard, moved to San Francisco. He had joined that band, oh God. Still Flying is the name of the band. He had joined them. And I think they just kind of ended up out that way. And last I heard, he was looking to buy property or rent out there in San Francisco. I don't know why anybody would want to live there. Phil's a good guy. He has no social media presence whatsoever, so unfortunately I've lost touch with him. Oh, let's see. So have we made, a little headway. Floater. One floater. 3 jelly clouds and 1 floater. Let's focus on the floater. Stay away from the floaters, guys. And we are going to, I don't think it's going to work, but we'll Chilling Touch. Level 3, the floater. Sato will breathe on the jelly clouds, and Danny will try another fireball. Because I think it hit one of them. There we go. So fireball works. And the floater is dead. Oh boy, another branching path. Let's go south. Oh no, I fell to my death. Oh, that stunk. That was terrible. That was horrendous. I overshot it. Actually, it wasn't this words Phil's remember now. Gave him a book. Damn it, Kyler, you suck. Yes, I know. So playing this on a modern day PC where the cycles go so much faster, I feel like I need some Mo Slow. You remember Mo Slow? Which this DOS box has that built in, I think, but oh, it is so much faster. Save often. Yeah, I save fairly often. But you know, you got to keep the challenge alive. Right? Like, we're already back to where we were. Gelatin vapors. How many names do these things have? Sounds like a Snoop Dogg record, doesn't it? Gelatin vapor. Man, you got my gelatin vapor. So a good illustration of how much faster this game runs is when you encounter like an NPC. They have motions. They'll sit there and they go like this, you know, or they point or whatever. But in this game, it's just, you know, it's hyper speed. Suede doublet. We are suede doublet. So that harmonium, that irritate worked. Throw that on the 5 clouds. We'll breathe on the clouds and we will fireball those clouds. Okay. Boy, this stretches on forever. One bad move. Whoa, look at these guys. Minor dwarves. Oh, they are ferocious looking. Look at those guys. I'm digging it. We are definitely in a new area of the game now because we are seeing monsters that we've just not seen before. I need to find some kind of arrows for Lulu here. We're out of arrows. I'm going to have to equip the sling on her. Danny says they look so angry. They do, right? They look like Sloth from Goonies. That's what they remind me of. Hey, you guys! I love one of my favorite new trends on TikTok, and maybe you've seen it, or maybe you haven't, is the whole scene where Chunk tells Sloth, "You're gonna live with me now because I love you." Have you seen this? And they always put Chunk and Sloth, like, green screen them into some other background. It's ridiculous. It'll say something terrible. Found a hammer. Found roasted corn. I want roasted corn. Yeah, what does the roasted corn do? Let's eat it and find out. Oh, Sato's asleep. It'll say something terrible. Like, me talking to the last girl at the club at 3 a.m. And, you know, of course, Sloth is all deformed looking. And Chunk says, "You're going to live with me now because I love you." And, of course, Sloth is like, It's totally terrible. But I can't help but laugh at it. All right, Kyler has leveled up. We're going to level up them hands and feet. Wow, what a lot of skill points. I'm going to level up that ninjutsu. Fantastic. What do we learn? We're going to do poison. I don't think anybody has poison yet. Save the game. Whole lot of nothing over this way. Maybe. Boy, this stretches on, doesn't it? So what is this supposed to be? Am I scaling a mountain? Is that what this is supposed to represent? I think so. And now I'm in a cave. Oh boy. What's over here? Whoa, looky here. We're going deep, guys. Oh my word. I don't know that we want to do that yet. Let's stick to the rivers and lakes that we're used to. One thing at a time. I need to rest. Shadow's almost out of stamina. So let's make it count. Oh yeah, we need to rest. Something fierce. We'll do a big energy blast on this guy. Man, these guys are tough. I'm sorry. Hate to tell you. Ow. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's save here. We're getting close to wrapping up for the night. I do want to just see... Oh, come on. 5 strange fellows and 2 major dwarves, and I have 2 characters awake, Claire and Sato. Oh, and Danny. Danny's awake too. Let's use a mental attack at level 15 on the strange fellows. Breathe on them as well. And we're going to blast the dwarves with a level 6 magic missile. Mental attack. Oh, I just killed him. Come on, Trevi's about to die, guys. Oh, there he goes. And we're weakened. I don't think I'm going to take the time to resurrect him here, actually. I'm gonna see the fight through. But I saved right before this, and I think that might be where we end the stream tonight, because I've got some other things to tend to tonight before I settle down. Ow. Ow. That was top of the line audio for 1991. Let me just tell you. Ah. 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 Let's have a full party wipe. I want to see the Reaper. I want to see the Reaper before we go for the evening. Oh, one more. Well, this is a tough random encounter. Come on. There we go. That's it. Here comes the Reaper. So when we resume, it should be basically right there. Yeah, it's the same place. So hey, thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Some of the new people for joining. I really appreciate that. Thanks again for the sub. You know what? That sub deserves something. What do we got? What do we got? That's the best I could do on such short notice. But again, I will be back. So let's see, tomorrow is Sunday, so yes, I'll be back tomorrow, and we're going to try to, whatever this is, this mountain area that we're in now, we're going to try to go ahead and map the rest of that. I think would be a lot of fun. But that's it for this evening, and I will see you guys then. Thanks again for tuning in, and have a great night.